What's up, on family? It's Yigal. I'm here in my home office. There's probably an echo. Um, I'm in an empty room. I'll show you real quick. We are getting rid of the home office for baby number three, and I'm here today because they're putting new internet into my office. So I'll be going live from here a couple of times today. But I want to talk to you guys about why I'm afraid for the pawn industry. I woke up this morning with some thoughts and some fears after reading a lot of stuff happening after my cold calling companies calling all the pawn shops in the United States and finding out that 7 to 10 shops are closed a day, which is insanity. Reading a post yesterday. What's up, Lyndon? Reading a post yesterday or this morning about somebody who opened up a year ago and then shut down their doors. I'm afraid. And the fear comes from a couple of things, right? So my first fear is that there's a lot of free information, but it's not the right information. And that's what I want you guys to understand. There's a lot of free information, but it's not the right information. It doesn't allow you to implement. It just gives you ideas, especially a lot of people giving ideas who don't implement themselves. So ideas are everywhere, but implementation is not so prevalent. My second fear is that people are talking about preparing for what's to come when you should already be prepared. You should be going to war to be making more profit, growing your pawn balance, bringing in more inventory. You shouldn't be preparing. You should already be fighting, right? You should already be going out there and crushing it, and not in preparation mode. Preparation mode should have been, 2 months ago when things were shut down. And I know your stores were busy, but it was like, what do I think needs to happen? What needs to come next? What I need to do? And my other fear is that a lot of pawnbrokers still think that we're going to go back to the way things were, or that the same methods that they were using 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 18 months ago are still going to work moving forward. And my fear is because I care about the pawn industry, right? But to a vast majority of the pawn industry, the chip hasn't made the switch, the light switch. Like, you haven't turned on the light switch. You haven't turned on the light switch because you're so embedded inside your business, with a head in the sand, only looking down, that you haven't had the opportunity to look up, open your eyes, 100-degree view of what's going to happen, what's happening, what's the new leadership methods, marketing, and strategy. And we're listening to all of these, let's plan, let's see, what's going to happen. No, you need to get up and go to war today. You need to get up and fight to build a better culture. You need to get up and fight to market the hell out of your pawn shop, to strategies and metrics today, not tomorrow, not in a week, not plan for this. It's today, ladies and gentlemen. And my fear is that all this conversation in the pawn industry is about planning and what to do for the holidays and how to better this and how to, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up to the fact that business is going to be very different than what it used to be. The pawn industry is going to be well, listen, it's not going to be different. Those who will be different will succeed far better than the rest. When you look up to the business owners that you look up to, not just in the pawn industry, in different industries, they thought out of the box. They were innovators. They embraced technology. They embraced different methods of marketing, and they were doing some crazy, wild stuff to get them attention. Yet you sit there and are doing the same thing every single day. But you still look up to them and, I want to build a business like them, and I want to be like Marcus Lemonis or the people on Shark Tank. But they did things differently than the people within their industry at the same time. You look at Mark Cuban, totally different. Mr. Wonderful did things differently. But yet we're sitting here wanting different, while swimming with all the fish in the same river, up the same stream, doing the same exact things. We're listening and taking advice from people who have been doing the same things for so many years, yet spewing the same advice. Why? Because we're comfortable. And because we're afraid of change. And because for hundreds of years, if not thousands of years, we've been doing the same thing over and over again. And my fear is that moving forward, you might not see it, but the pawn industry is going to take a big hit. And even though a lot of people are going to need some money, it doesn't mean that those people are going to come to you. They're going to go to the people who are innovators, to the people who are leaders, to the people who have embraced marketing like never before and strategy like never before. But still, you sit here on these forums and on these chats, ask for advice and take advice, and I'm sorry, from people who aren't making the change. They're just giving the advice. Giving advice is easy. Putting it into your own life, big difference. Putting it into your own business, very, very big difference. And I'm standing up and I'm putting, the stick in the ground because I don't want you to shut down. I don't want you, forget shutting down. It's going to be like a slow place. You can be like, what happened to all the business? What happened to the pawn? It's not the same. Pawns aren't coming in, buys. It's what's going on. And then everyone's going to, all of the associations are going to come out and say, it's not the same. And other people, it's not the same. Stop it. Please, I beg you. And not just because for me, but for you and for your kids and for your team's kids and for the future generations and for everybody who's involved in your business. You've got to invest in yourself. You've got to learn. You've got to grow. You have to stop being such cowards to be able to learn something new and invest in something new and a new software and a new technology and camera systems and checking if your diamonds are real. So many people are still like, oh, I'm so cheap. I'm so cheap. I can't spend. Yet you're sitting like Scrooge McDuck on wads of cash. You want to jump in the vault and swim with your gold. But that gold's going to disappear and that cash is going to disappear if you don't grow. If you don't grow as a leader, if you don't grow as a marketer, if you don't grow as a strategist, if you don't innovate and embrace something new. And I'm angry because I'm sad to see that a lot of people in the industry, the older generations, are not listening to the new generations. And stuck. What do I do? What do I do? And then I say, this is what you do. And then they don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, just because this business has been around for thousands of years doesn't mean it's going to continue to be around. And I'm sad because I see it everywhere. Every conversation I have with a pawnbroker is the same thing. Well, my business isn't the same. Well done, Sherlock. Correct. Your business is not the same. But you sit there in comfort and want it to be the same. And you want to be the same leader and you want to be the same type of owner, the same type of CEO, and the same type of pawnbroker. Then you're like, well, I can't find good people to work for me. Of course you can't. You suck. You've been leading the same way that you led for the last 30 years, last 15 years, last 10 years, the last 5 years. And then you expect to miraculously for God to drop from the heavens to the earth amazing, inspired and motivated staff members when you aren't inspired and motivated yourself. You expect to raise your hands and for from the Facebook groups to pop out into your store this incredible way of doing business. You expect for your your customers to be the same. That's the crazy part. This is the best one. You expect for your customers to do business with you in the same way that they've done business for the last 2, 5, 10, 30, 40, 60. I don't care how long you've been in the pawn industry. But the fact of the matter is, you're the constant in this whole equation. If your team sucks, that's your fault. If your store sucks, that's your fault. If your business sucks, that's your fault. I need you to wake the F up. Because if not, your business will not exist or won't exist to the level that you want it to exist. And you have very little time. Very little time. Because for months, the mastermind's been preparing for months. We've got 9 people who have invested in the BYPB course 6-week. They're about to rock on. People in the Alliance, they're rocking on because they understand that they need to shift as people. Forget as pawnbrokers. You can hold on to that pawnbroker card all day long. It doesn't make you successful. Just because you wear pawnbroker on your forehead doesn't mean that people are going to walk through the door. Stop it. I beg you, stop it. And I can sit here and rant and rave all day long, and this can go on for 40 minutes. But the truth is that most of you won't take any action, just like you don't take action to keep healthy. And I'm calling you out because success comes from consistency. Done is better than perfect. Yet you want perfection and you want everything to be incredible without you doing it the same way. You want organized team members when you're unorganized. You want great customer service when you don't serve your team the way they should be served. I mean, there's so many things I can talk about on this call, on this live. But if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to grow your business, if you want to spend time with your family, if you want to be healthy, if you want to grow as a person, you can't do it being who you were yesterday, the day before, last week, last month, last year, definitely not 5 years ago. If this rings true to you, if I hope I want to like grab people by the shoulders and shake them. I've been trying to shake the industry and the associations and people for 4 years now. I've been trying to shake you guys, and only a handful have opened up and been like, "Oh, things are different." So please, if you want to transform your business, let me know in the comments. Just write transform, right? Or we'll make this easier. If you want to grow as a leader, as a marketer, and a strategist, just write grow in the comments. Just grow. Because what you don't water, like if you have plants outside, right? For those of you who live in the country, if you don't water the plants, if you don't fertilize them, if you don't take care of them, my mom sings to her roses. She has like amazing roses, right? I truly believe that works. Like she's motivating, inspiring them. But if you're not motivated and inspired, why in God's name would anybody around you ever be motivated and inspired? Why? You expect magic from people without you helping them grow, without you caring about them, because all you talking about is growing your business. What you need to be talking about is growing you as a leader, marketer, and strategist. So if you think I'm speaking out of my butt, let me know. If you think I'm right, let me know. But wake up. Please wake up. I beg you to wake up. Every day I get these reports. I'm going to show them to you real quick so you see what I'm talking about. We have a guy named Earl making phone calls all day long to like 200 and something pawn shops. Here, this was yesterday's. 7:30, 176 were there. 65, yellow means we don't know if they're open or not still. We have no idea. We need to call back. There's just an answering machine. No one's answering the phone. That's yellow. So 65 pawn shops aren't answering. 6 in the red are closed. Like, sorry, this isn't a pawn shop anymore. So green, 176 calls said, yep, this is the pawn shop. How can I help you? 65, the phone just kept on ringing. We couldn't confirm if it was open or closed. And then 6, we know is closed. So from the 65, we're getting either answering machines or no answers during the business day. I'm going to guess a lot of those are closed also, like shut down. I don't want you to shut down. I don't want you to make less money. I don't want you to spend less time with your family. I don't want you to suffer because of your ego thinking that you know it all, thinking that your friends know it all, and thinking that you've been doing this for so long that it's just going to go back to the way it was. And there's some people in this who are commenting who are like legendary in shifting and pivoting and innovating and transforming. So I salute you. I honor you for doing that. I honor you for doing that. For those of you who look up to the people who are writing, typing in here like, oh, I want to be, like them. I want to be like them. Get your head out of your ass, because that's what they did. They didn't sit there and plan. They ready, fire, aim. They didn't like ready, aim. Let's see if it's going to work. Maybe let's shift. We'll see. I don't know. That's not what he told me. The pawn shop in Timbuktu, that's not what they did. He's my friend. They said it doesn't work. They said, screw it. Ready, fire, aim, and we'll see what happens. In 10 minutes, I've got a mastermind call. If you want to grow your business, your legacy, your life, write grow in the comments. Because you cannot do this alone. You cannot do without people next to you, fighting next to you, going to war for you, and most important of all, calling you out on your bullshit. Everywhere I say, yes, sir, no, sir. The pawn industry is like, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah, but nobody says like, you're an idiot. No, that's not right. Stop that. Stop thinking that way. Enough. I'm out. Stay safe, stay healthy. I love you all, and I hope that this video, this message, woke you up a little bit. Because you're sitting there waiting and waiting without taking action. Love you all.